I wanted to make sure all skin tones were covered. I wanted it to look like perfect skin, not like makeup on skin.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at celebrities who successfully became entrepreneurs after finding fame.
Neither one of us wanted to just put our name on something and say, hey, good luck, hope it works out. We wanted to do something that we can be passionate about.
Number 10. Dwayne Johnson. The Rock rose to fame during the late 90s when he became one of the most prolific wrestlers of all time. He then moved on to acting, which proved wildly successful for him.
Strengths: fearless, climbing, speed, boomerang, smoldering intensity.
Alongside this, he's also become a successful businessman. In 2020, he founded Terramana Tequila, which became a highly lucrative endeavor. It's worth around $3.5 billion and made over $600,000 in sales in 1 year.
What we want to do really with all of our Terramana Tequila is hopefully raise the bar by taking our time creating handcrafted small batch tequila for everybody to enjoy around the world.
He's also co-owner of the XFL, a football league which has since merged with the USFL, becoming the UFL. Not only this, but he also co-founded Zoa Energy Drinks, which believes in giving everyone access to Big Dwayne energy.
That's some serious Big Dwayne energy.
Right back at you.
I met him.
Nice fanny pack. I know.
Number 9. Snoop Dogg. His public image might make you assume Snoop Dogg is too laid back for much entrepreneurship, but that's far from the truth.
Yeah, I'm willing and dealing and chilling, Def Jam in the building, we came to. Yes, sir.
One of the Dogfather's most successful ventures has been Cali by Snoop, a wine company that produces all 3 types of wine. He and Dr. Dre also partnered to found a gin company, aptly named Gin and Juice. He also launched a cereal brand, Snoop Cereal.
And this one, I'm gonna tell you, I think this one is absolutely brilliant because you've basically combined Fruit Loops with Lucky Charms. Which is genius, you know?
Hey, we from the hood. I mean, we gonna do what we gotta do to get by.
A more conventional business idea of Snoop's was Snazzalos, THC-infused onion rings. Obviously, he's also dipped his fingers into the cannabis industry, owning Snoop-branded rolling papers and such.
We're gonna take a break.
A break?
And yeah, we're gonna take a quick break.
My kind of break?
Yeah, whatever kind of break you like.
Number 8. David Beckham. Not only is he one of the most recognizable soccer players in history, but he's also one of the most business savvy.
So it's always been about hard work, and I've taken that from the soccer field into the business side of my life. And I think if you work hard in life, things happen.
He currently owns Inter Miami CF, a team notable for signing famous players like Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez.
It's been 5 years of trying to get the team in Miami going, and now it's finally on its way. Now I'm able to get involved.
Beckham also partly owns Salford City Football Club, although his American team is more successful. Alongside this, he and his wife Victoria have been highly sought after by dozens of companies. Partnerships with fragrance companies have been particularly lucrative, as well as collaborations with brands like Adidas. He also earned a fortune from letting EA Sports include him in FIFA 21.
Together, our journey continues. And together, we win as one.
Number 7. Reese Witherspoon. Witherspoon is one of America's richest women, a feat she achieved not with her acting, but with a keen eye for business.
You should. Do you have a resume?
Yes, we do. Here it is.
It's pink.
Oh, and it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra, don't you think?
Her first venture was founding production company Type A Films, launching back in 2000. The focus was on films for women, with Legally Blonde being their first major movie.
It is with passion, courage of conviction, and strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world.
In 2012, Type A Films was merged with Bruna Papandreou's company, becoming Pacific Standard. Papandreou left in 2016, giving Witherspoon complete control. Not long after, she founded Hello Sunshine. her most successful business, which has been responsible for a plethora of films and shows that place emphasis on women. In 2021, Witherspoon struck gold, selling part of the company for $900 million.
I think people are going to want to see romance. They're going to want to believe in reinvention, rebirth. So we kind of invested in those stories during that time. And so I'm really excited about everything that's coming out next.
Number 6, Ryan Reynolds.
I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way, with 2 swords and maximum effort. Hear the music.
The definitive Deadpool has had a strong acting career, which has made him a household name across the globe. Outside of acting, he owns multiple businesses.
Working really quickly, working with limited budgets, but we're also acknowledging and playing with the cultural landscape. So that's a huge part of what we do. We try to create marketing that's moving at the exact same speed of culture as culture is.
Reynolds founded Maximum Effort Productions in 2018 and got involved in the gin industry during the same year. The latter proved extremely lucrative since he sold the company Aviation American Gin for $600 million. Another sizable paycheck came from selling his Mint Mobile shares to T-Mobile, a $1.35 billion deal. Potentially his most fascinating venture was buying Wrexham AFC with Rob McElhenney. They're a fairly niche Welsh football club, but Reynolds is motivated to bring them fame and acclaim.
One of the kindest things I think anybody's ever said was that we were honorary Welshmen. Wales has really captured a huge piece of my heart. To be considered part of that group and that community on some level, any level, means more to me than anything.
Number 5, Taylor Swift. Swift is easily one of the most famous humans alive right now.
I mean, this is getting dangerous. This is about to start going in my head real fast. I mean, you just made me feel so powerful.
Her music career is extremely successful and is how she acquired most of her wealth. It's not just her music, but also her entrepreneurship. Unlike other entries, Swift doesn't use her fame to push brands like a tequila company. Instead, she is the brand herself.
Diamonds in my eyes. I polish up real nice.
For example, she became the cover girl for Nature Lux and also has a long-term partnership with Diet Coke and Keds Shoes. Additionally, real estate makes up a significant portion of her wealth, since she owns approximately $90 million worth of properties.
Holiday house set quietly on that beach, free of women with badness, their men and bad habits, and then it was bought by me.
Number 4, Jay-Z. Jay-Z currently holds the title of the world's richest musician, despite not releasing an album since 2017.
Yeah, I'm talking 5,60 shot zeros here, back to running circles round. Now we squared up. Hold up.
Unlike Taylor Swift, he rarely performs and achieved his wealth almost entirely from being a savvy businessman. His empire is too big to summarize entirely, so it would be easier to list the industries Jay-Z isn't involved in.
You embody a business mogul, if there ever was one, whether it's the NBA, 40/40, brands around the globe, your own production company and label.
He founded Rocawear in 1999 and sold it in 2007 for $204 million. Jay-Z was also president of Def Jam Recordings for 2 years, where he would sign Rihanna. In 2019, he became hip-hop's first ever billionaire, a well-earned title.
Yeah, I think just doing things that you believe in, things that you understand. I think that's the best investment. I heard Warren Buffett say that just the other day. And I just innately felt that, just invest in things that you understand.
Number 3, Dr. Dre. Dre was a giant of classic hip-hop, making a name for himself as NWA's primary producer. His solo album, The Chronic, propelled him even further into stardom. Numerous rap careers were launched by him, including those of Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and 50 Cent. If it wasn't for him, hip-hop music may have taken a wildly different trajectory and wouldn't at all be what it is today.
Because you have taken cats and you've turned them into household names.
Well, of course it doesn't
stars.
start. Of course it doesn't start out like that. You know what I mean? It's just what I feel and what I like. And fortunately, I've been able to be in the studio with these guys are genius as far as I'm concerned. You know?
Outside of music, his most recognizable brand was Beats by Dre, an audio equipment company. The brand proved to be extremely lucrative, eventually being bought by Apple in 2014 for an incredible $3 billion.
Anything can happen here, and whatever does, it belongs to those of us who are made in LA.
Number 2, Rihanna. In the 2000s, Rihanna quickly became a global R&B superstar, but she didn't stop there. She used her fame to become a billionaire. In the early 2010s, she made a fortune selling fragrances. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty, a makeup brand with a focus on inclusivity.
These come in 20 shades. I wanted every girl to have their color.
I love the consistency.
This one, it goes from cream to powder.
This was wildly successful, inspiring her to found Savage X Fenty, a lingerie brand that brought her even more wealth. In 2019, she launched Fenty Clothing, making her the first Black woman to own a luxury fashion house under LVMH.
Basically is what I like to wear, what looks good on my body, because I'm curvy, so I know I want it to look good on every body type. I like to walk into my closet and play and put things together, so I wanted people to have that same experience here at Fenty.
Despite only lasting 2 years, she made history. Alongside this, she's collaborated with various brands like Kodak and Puma. She's mastered multiple industries in her career, making her far more than just a singer.
Do things your way, but don't ever feel like your wings aren't there.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Gwyneth Paltrow. From her kitchen, she founded wellness brand Goop, now worth millions.
It's very complicated chef work right here. This is our first ingestible that is good for your skin. I love it.
Selena Gomez. The ex-teen idol now owns the cruelty-free makeup company Rare Beauty.
This one has been a favorite, and I want to say thank you guys so much for using it and loving it as much as I love it, because it is one of my favorite products. I keep saying that about everything, so I'm sorry, but I just really am proud of mine.
Kim Kardashian. Clothing brand Skims and other businesses made Kim Kardashian a billionaire.
This is a cotton dress, so it is more sheer, but because the shapewear is a darker color, you don't see it through. I feel really good. I feel like I'm ready to take on whatever my sisters have planned.
Jennifer Garner. Her children's food brand earns $100 million annually.
I learned a lot from working for Save the Children for the past 11 years. It defined the need for me out there for kids to have the best nutrition possible.
Jessica Alba. Alba's The Honest Company was worth $550 million in 2022.
So we've grown through moms telling other moms, hey, this is a great product and I love it and it's changed my life. We are families and we have kids and we test our products on us. And if it doesn't work in our homes, we won't make it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Oprah Winfrey. Once upon a time, Oprah was the only Black billionaire alive. She originally came from poverty, being raised by a single teenage mother in Mississippi. This makes her story deeply inspiring. At 19 years old, she became not only the youngest news anchor, but also the first Black female news anchor.
I was not a good television reporter. I was too emotional. I would go out on the stories and, then try to take blankets back to the people.
But you were also very young. You were 21,
yes,
22.
and I was very also empathetic, and I was always getting written up for getting myself involved in other people's business.
Her world-famous TV show started shortly after and lasted 25 years. By 32, she was a millionaire, with the rights to her show and even a production company.
Big surprise to me. I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
You mean you got more than that 30,000?
I got more than 30,000 by the time I was 30.
This was Harpo Productions, which also co-owns the Oprah Winfrey Network with Warner Brothers. Decades into her career, she remains a global brand, and we've barely even scratched the surface of her monumental empire.
And there's no difference between you and me, except that's your platform. Mm-hmm. That's your show every day. So my understanding of that has allowed me to,
reach everyone.
To reach everyone.
Which celebrity business venture appeals to you the most? Let us know in the comments.
We're determined to create inspiring, fun, informative content that will spread contagious joy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.